Hello, welcome back to my channel. Even though I think this is the first video that I do showing my actual face. I don't know. If it is, welcome to my channel. And if it's not, welcome back to my channel. I am, first of all, literally getting used to doing this and trying to figure out what direction to look at the camera. And trying to also get really good lighting. Kudos to people that do this all the time. Kudos, because I'm gonna need a selfie stick. My hand hurts, but we're gonna roll. You're here, I'm here. There are some things that I want to share. There's some announcements I want to make. There's some pivots that we're taking. So let's get it going. And bear with me because I'm going to be looking left. I'm going to be looking right. I'm going to be looking up. I'm going to be looking down. I'm going to be looking everywhere. Look, it's really early and we had a really, really bad storm here. And the sun is now peeking out. So I'm kind of excited because I have a lot of things that I need to get done today. But I'm rambling. I wanted to share that for those of you that may know or may follow me on Instagram, totally fine if you don't. But if you don't, you should. On my Simply Floritza platform, you have already been, I keep looking that way because there seems to be something going on out the window. But anyways, you probably already know that for the last 2 to 3 years, I've been working diligently and hard and aggressively. A girl is tired. In launching my specialty spice brand, Floritza's Flavor. And I am excited to announce that we are actively and currently having a soft pre-launch holiday 3-day sale. And I'm super hype about it because while we officially launch in February, I just thought, why not? Like, it's the holidays. It would be a really, really good way to introduce y'all to the product. So many people have tried it already. I know the product is good, not because I made it, just because I know the product is good and because also I trust my judgment, but because the product is good and we've gotten really, really, really good reviews and really good feedback and we've put it to the test and we've done all of the surveying that needs to be done and it's just a really good product. And I'm super excited for this 3-day holiday sale. I've pinned the link below if you guys want to participate, if you want to grab your holiday bundle, if you want to grab yourself our standard size bottle, you can. But I'm really super excited because we launched, drumroll, a sofrito blend. And again, for those of you that may not know, sofrito is used almost all throughout Latin America as a marinade agent, as a sauce, as a seasoning agent, as a seasoning ingredient, as an all-purpose, multi-purpose, all-loving type of thing. And you find versions of sofrito, like I mentioned, throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. It's just everywhere. And there's different versions. But the Dominican version, which inspired my blend, is one that I love, is one that I grew up consuming. It's one that I love cooking with, that, you know, I love kind of making. I still do, even though I'm launching and have launched this product. But we have bottled up all of that goodness, all of that good flavor, all of that good love, all of that good culture, just all of that goodness in a bottle. And you can get your hands on it and make cooking extremely easy for yourself. One of the things that I love about this product the most is just that it's literally a one-stop shop. Like, it's intended to really be a one-stop shop of a product. Like, you grab it. If you're somebody that really, really loves a lot of garlic and a lot of onion or a lot of salt or a lot of anything, you are more than welcome to add additional things to it, especially if you're cooking under a different flavor profile. But it's a good foundational seasoning agent. It's a good starter, and it's a good standalone as well. Like, if all you have is that, you're good to go. And that leads me into saying, if all you have is that, because it really tackles one of the big things and one of the big missions and one of the big points of Floritza's Flavor, for those of you that ever look at my logo close up, Floritza's flavor is a flavor of equity. And I'm all about access. Access to healthy, affordable nutrition is our mission. It's our goal. It's what we're thinking of every single day. And when I made this product, I made it with the intent that you can go to the supermarket or you can order it online, because we will be in store soon. But that you can order this one product. And if that's all you have, right? That's all you can afford. That's all you got in stock. That's all you have access to. That product is still going to make your meal taste amazing. And that you shouldn't be limited from amazing food because of a lack of resource or because of a lack of something, right? Whether it's time, whether it's access to where to get it, whether it's financial limitations, whatever. You shouldn't be limited to good, wholesome food, good food that's ingredient conscious, to cooking good meals and enjoying the wonders of good tasting food. Everybody should have the privilege to that, and everybody should have the access to that. So that is a foundational element of Floritza's flavor. And, you know, it really drove me. I grew up in the Bronx, for those of you that may not know, and the Bronx has been food apartheid for almost ever. It's been a food desert, a food apartheid, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. It's been one of that forever. And like the Bronx, there are many communities, right? And, you know, I grew up and even in the later years when I started becoming super conscious about my health and things like that, I started to really look at all of the food initiatives, right? And they were all for like fresh produce and fruits and vegetables and greens and green initiatives, and everything is green. And I love it. I think it's great. It's amazing. But for me, right, as someone who's an outside thinker and an innovator, it just doesn't really solve the problem at its core, right? For people who are used to consuming heavily processed foods, randomly just deciding to eat an apple, it's just not going to be in your palate. It's just not going to be in your flavor profile. And chemically, it's just not something you're going to crave, right? So when I started to tackle and figure out how can I be a more intentional part of this solution, and an intentional part as I become a brand owner, how can I really be a part of this conversation and really insert myself in a way that's effective? Well, let me tackle the areas where people do overconsume, right? And that sometimes have a lot of ingredients that hinder you, and spices and soft drinks and condiments and all of those things. Like, what do you think of spices? Again, growing up in a Dominican household, an environment where seasoning and making your food taste good is so important. We use seasoning and spices and flavor enhancers and, you know, for everything, over and over and over and over again. So think about using something that has not the greatest ingredients or ingredients that hinder you over and over and over and over again. Yeah, no. No. So when you think about like all the health food ailments that people have, to me, I'm like, it's not because they're lacking apples or vegetables or produce. It's because they're eating things that are not necessarily the best for them, right? So we at Floritza's Flavor are really all about introducing into communities brands and food options that are really, really innovative in the health and wellness space and giving people options, right? I'm not necessarily trying to convince people to eat better. You should, but that's a choice that you should be empowered, entitled, and have the ability to make. And that when you walk into any environment, regardless of demographic, regardless of your economic situation, should really be able to have access and make empowered options and make empowered decisions that really, like our bottle says, empower your mind, body, and soul. So if you want to be a part of this amazing mission, we can talk about Floritza's Flavor. I can talk about Floritza's Flavor for hours, and I can talk about food equity and access for hours, right? But if you want to be a part of this amazing mission, if you want to be a part of eating good, if you want to be a part of this, you know, empowering and really purpose-driven brand, I encourage you to go to the description below and purchase our holiday bundle, or purchase yourself a standard small size bottle of our sofrito blends. Give it a try. Add it to everything. You can add it on eggs. You can add it on breakfast potatoes. You can make some pernil. You can make some brisket. You can literally make almost anything with this product. Give it a try. Give it a check out. And yeah, let me know what you think. As I do a few things throughout the day, I'm going to try to do a bunch more of these videos just around, I'm not going to say small business because I don't consider Floritza's Flavor a small business. Like, there's nothing small about us. But we are a starting business, a new starting business. And I want to just make more videos about our journey. I don't have all the answers. I'm still definitely learning. And I'm not going to lie, I've leveraged YouTube a lot. What I will say is that in leveraging YouTube, I haven't found a lot of, small business owners or business owners that are in the food industry that are kind of doing a day in the life or really just sharing their experiences. And if I've missed any and you have any, please tag them below, because I can use all of the inspiration that's out there. And also that if in me sharing the things that I'm working on, the things that I deal with, the things that I tackle, the pivots that I make, the bullets that I dodge on a daily basis, if that's going to help anybody, then I would love to do that, because this journey of, building something from the ground up can be very isolating, and it can be really lonely, and it can be really scary. And there's moments where I struggle with tons of imposter syndrome, and I ask myself, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choices for my business? Am I doing the things that are going to really, elevate this in the way that I want it to elevate and really have the impact that I want it to have? And, some days I don't have the answers and I just kind of wing it. So I'm hoping that in sharing, I'll be able to build community for somebody, anybody. But yeah, I'm going to take you guys along with me and just share. So stay tuned. Oh, I think this is it. Why do I look so crazy? I gotta wax my mustache. Anyway, it was recording.